Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we come up with another episode from the Halal Times, and I hope many of you may be able to relate to it. Why? Because the thing is that many of us have been living in non-Muslim countries. So today's discussion is specifically important for those people who are living in non-Muslim majority countries, and of course who struggle finding halal items to eat, and who doesn't love pizza. Of course, every one of us, hopefully every one of us, loves eating pizza. But pizza, is ordering pizza halal? That's a question which we would like to address today. Why we're going to discuss this question is basically, what happened is that recently this question was posed on Facebook. Somebody asked this question: if my company orders pizza from a non-halal pizza shop and I opt for a vegetarian one, should I consider it as halal? This may seem like a straightforward question that warrants a straightforward answer. However, to my understanding, at least, because I've been living in non-Muslim country for such a long period of time, and of course I've been to so many other places as well. And what happened is that means at each and every single place the situation is different. Of course, I got to ask different types of questions just to confirm whether the item which I'm going to eat from now on is halal or not. So, the very first thing which we have to consider while ordering vegetarian pizza in these kinds of places is cross contamination. Even if the pizza is vegetarian, are you sure that there was no cross contamination? Most of the questions, what happened, coming back to the Facebook issue, most of the responses to the question raised concerns about cross contamination. This is very important, as I mentioned earlier. What is cross contamination? In the broadest sense of the word, the literal meaning is inadvertent transfer of bacteria or other contaminants from one surface substance to another one, especially because of unsanitary handling procedures. For halal consumers, cross contamination is what halal food has direct or indirect contact with non-halal food. As far as this question, when this question was posted on Facebook, many respondents said that cross contamination in a pizza kitchen was their biggest concern. They pointed out that pizza maker may touch pork, bacon, ham and sausage, and when they start working on the non-meat pizza without washing their hands or changing their gloves, then the problem would start. Of course, then we are not allowed to consume that pizza. Why? Because it's already contaminated from non-halal items. There were concerns about contaminants in the pizza pans, utensils, cutting boards and counters. And some respondents on the Facebook said that during preparation it was likely that meat products would inadvertently fall into containers of non-meat items like vegetables and dairy. Storage and transportation concerns were also raised. The way you store things in a particular restaurant, do you have any separate fridges, refrigerators to keep halal and non-halal meat separate? Do you use the same utensils or different ones to prepare pizza? Do you use the same pizza pan? Cutting board are the same or counters are the same? You got to ask all these questions before you can make sure whether the pizza you're going to order is halal or not. The conversation around this question had another twist. Now just think about the crust and the huge variety of toppings you can put on a pizza. This list has over 30 varieties of sauces, and the list is far from being exhaustive. Of course, they include pesto, bechamel, salsa, barbecue, hummus, pumpkin, marinara, tapenade, carrot harissa, ranch, garlic and oil, pepper jelly, caramelized onion, romesco, chimichurri, ricotta, soy sauce, balsamic glaze, Thai chili, bolognese, curry sauce, alfredo, sun-dried tomato, garlic aioli, wasabi, fig jam, landuri, Thai peanut sauce, netula, and so many other styles. Oh my god, it's a bit difficult even for me to pronounce the names of these ingredients which could be used for, as I mentioned, that there are more than 30 different varieties of sauces and which one is good, which one is not good? That's another very important question which you got to answer before you place an order for a vegetarian pizza. Some sauces have ingredients like alcohol and other haram additives, so you got to make sure that the restaurant staff does not use those sauces. If they use, then of course you're not allowed to eat even that vegetarian pizza. Another thing which we got to keep in mind while placing an order for a pizza is the crust. Many people brought up non-halal ingredients that may be in the crust of the pizza. I'm again talking about the question which was posed on Facebook channels. And like any bread or bakery product, some additives, flavorings or colorings may not be halal. It's possible, of course. Pizza crust could contain lard, which is pig fat, as well as animal-based mono acid, enzymes, sodium, and so many other types of crust which would not be considered halal. Another thing which you got to keep in mind while placing an order for a pizza is the cheese. What type of cheese are they going to use? For example, pepsin, lipase, and rennet are enzymes that are used to produce cheese. The enzymes typically are sourced from animals, but consumers can find vegetable or microbial sources as well if they want to. Again, with cheese, the choices are endless. Here is an sample list of cheese used in pizza. For example, buffalo, cheddar, gouda, feta, brie, and so many others. And of course, we got to make the distinction as to which one is good, which one is not good. We got to clarify this issue. Another thing which we got to keep in mind before making sure that the pizza which we're going to order is actually halal or not is called the toppings. Typically, people add meat, fish, vegetables, fruit, nuts, and more sauce to the pizza. Too many toppings to mention. Think about your favorite sandwich. Wouldn't it make a great pizza? You can put anything on a pizza that you can put in a sandwich. With all these ingredients, the bread, the sauce, the cheese, the endless toppings, how can halal consumers be certain that all the ingredients used in a specific pizza in question are actually halal? Oh my god, I am overwhelmed by this issue. Why? Because so many ingredients of any pizza, and it has become so difficult for us all to make sure that the pizza which we're going to order is actually halal, even if it is a vegetarian. The answer to this question is not very simple, brothers and sisters. As we have discussed now, for a pizza restaurant to be certified as halal, it means that all their products, ingredients and processes are halal. For a pizza place, this can be a difficult question to answer. This can be a difficult task to get halal certified. Why? Because they got to follow so many different rules. Another thing which we got to keep in mind while placing an order for a pizza is that halal consumers have varying choices and levels of halal compliance. Some will choose to go to traditional pizza places, order a cheese or vegetarian pizza and hope for the best. Some others will decide to go to a halal pizza place and are comfortable with an establishment that doesn't serve pork or alcohol and avoids non-halal ingredients that they are aware of. Did I mention the word that they are aware of? It means it's possible that they might not be aware of some of the ingredients which they are using, but actually these ingredients are haram. So how can you make sure that they are not using any ingredients which are haram? There are still other people who will only patronize certified restaurants where all ingredients and processes are halal compliant, and simply you will not order pizza if you are not sure. And if you do want to eat pizza, then the other option would be that you or any of your loved ones should be able to prepare it at home while making sure that the ingredients which you're going to use, they are actually halal. Most halal consumers who responded the question posed on Facebook, which I mentioned earlier, they fell somewhere in the middle of the continuum. Many said that they will go to a halal restaurant and ask if the pizza is halal, and if the owner said it is, that was good enough for them. So brothers and sisters, today's question is very important for people, as I mentioned earlier, who are living in non-Muslim majority countries. Of course, we got to dine out sometimes, and we got to. I mean, especially our kids, our young generation, they love eating out. So, what kind of pizza or any other food items they're going to place an order for? That is an important question to answer. So they got to understand as to what processes are involved, what ingredients they use to prepare the pizza or any other food items. So next time when you order a pizza, please make sure that it's 100% halal. Otherwise, don't eat it, don't order it, and don't eat it. Rather, try to prepare it at home if you're not able to find any halal certified restaurants which serve halal pizza. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. It was nice talking to you, and inshallah, within a short period of time, we'll be able to bring up another episode from the Halal Times. So till then, Salam Alaikum.